Hello and welcome back to Bible Brick Tales. Today we're going on an incredible journey, not through time, but to a single extraordinary place on earth, a place known as the Temple Mount. Imagine a mountain, not just any mountain, but one that has stood at the very heart of some of the most important stories in the Bible. For thousands of years, this place has been a stage for prophets, kings, and even Jesus himself. It's a place of worship, wonder, and sometimes mystery. And today we're going to build its story brick by brick. Our story begins way back thousands of years ago with a man named Abraham and his son Isaac. God had asked Abraham to do something incredibly difficult on a mountain in the land of Moriah. "Here's the fire and the wood, my son, but where is the lamb for the burnt offering?"
"Father, where is the lamb?"
"God himself will provide the lamb, my son." Abraham trusted God completely, and at the very last moment, God provided a ram instead. This mountain became known as a place where God provides. Fast forward many hundreds of years, another king, King David, bought this very same spot.
"I will buy this threshing floor from you for the full price. For I will not offer to the Lord my God burnt offerings that cost me nothing."
David offered sacrifices here, but it was his son, King Solomon, who would build something magnificent on this sacred mountain. King Solomon built the first temple, a glorious house of God. It was a place where people could come to worship God, offer sacrifices, and feel close to his presence. This wasn't just a big building. It was meticulously designed, using the finest materials: cedar wood, gold, and precious stones. For centuries, this temple stood, a beacon of faith for the people of Israel. But sadly, not all the kings and people always obeyed God. Eventually, because of their disobedience, a terrible thing happened. The temple was destroyed by the Babylonians, and the people were carried away from their homes. It was a time of great sadness. Years later, after returning from exile, the Jewish people built a second, more humble temple on the same spot. This was Zerubbabel's temple. It wasn't as grand as Solomon's, but it was still a place of worship. Then, much later, a king named Herod came along. Herod was a very ambitious builder. He wanted to make a statement, and he decided to make the Temple Mount truly magnificent again. Herod didn't just rebuild the temple. He made the entire platform it stood on enormous. He built huge walls around the mountain, creating one of the largest man-made platforms in the ancient world. This was the temple that Jesus knew, the temple he visited.
"My house shall be called a house of prayer, but you have made it a den of robbers."
Jesus taught here, performed miracles, and even predicted that this glorious temple would one day be completely destroyed. Just as Jesus predicted, in 70 AD, the Roman army destroyed Herod's temple. This time, it was absolute. Not one stone of the temple structure itself was left standing upon another. It was utterly leveled. But wait, remember those massive retaining walls that Herod built to expand the platform? The ones that held up the whole enormous structure? Well, parts of those walls survived the destruction, and one section, in particular, became incredibly important. This is the Western Wall, or in Hebrew, the Kotel. It's the only remaining part of the retaining wall of the ancient temple complex that is still accessible. For Jewish people around the world, this is the closest they can come to the spot where their holy temple once stood. Today, the Western Wall is a deeply sacred place. People from all over the world come here to pray. You'll see people writing prayers on tiny pieces of paper and placing them into the cracks of the ancient stones.
"Dad, why do people put notes in the wall?"
They believe their prayers are closer to God here, my dear. It's a way of leaving their hopes and worries in a very special place.
The wall itself isn't magic, of course. God hears our prayers no matter where we are, but this ancient wall serves as a powerful reminder of God's faithfulness, the enduring hope of his people, and the incredible history of this mountain. Above the wall, on the very platform where the temples once stood, other important places of worship stand today. This entire area, the Temple Mount, remains a focal point for billions of people around the globe. From Abraham's sacrifice to Solomon's temple, From Herod's grand expansion to its destruction, and finally, to the enduring Western Wall, this mountain tells a story of faith, perseverance, and God's constant presence through history. Each stone, each brick, holds centuries of stories, prayers, and hopes. It reminds us that even when great structures fall, the spirit of faith and the connection to God can endure, like a strong, ancient wall standing firm through time. It's a powerful reminder that while buildings may rise and fall, God's promises are eternal. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey to the Temple Mount. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Bible Brick Tales, and let us know in the comments what other Bible stories you'd like us to build. See you next time.